Hello and welcome to your morning practice. My name is Keegan, the Balanced Nomad, and today is day 5 of the Gentle Morning Yoga Challenge. If you haven't already done the first 4 days, definitely check those out so you can dedicate this week to finding mindfulness and gentle movement every single morning. Today's practice will have a few more strengthening poses, but it is still very relaxed and gentle, totally suitable for beginners as well as intermediate students. We're going to start in a seated position or coming into hero pose if that's okay for your knees, bending into the legs, feet are behind you. If you have blocks and want to prop yourself up here so you're a bit more comfortable, feel free to do that as well. We're going to start, as always, connecting with the breath. So feel free to shut down the eyes here. Maybe beginning to ask yourself what your intention is today, not just with this practice, but what you can use this practice to cultivate. Maybe a single sentence or one word intention that you want to carry with you off of the mat today. My intention today is presence. So as much as possible, trying to come back to your intention throughout your day, no matter how chaotic, busy, stressful, try to remember what you cultivated on the mat today. And one last, taking the deepest breath you've taken all day, inhaling through the mouth and exhaling out with a big sigh. And you can blink open eyes if they were closed. We're gonna clasp hands behind us and we can bring them over to the right side and drop the left ear over to the left shoulder, feeling a big stretch on the right side of the neck. Bringing head back up to neutral here. Bringing hands over to the left side and bringing right ear over to left shoulder. Bringing head up to neutral, remaining with your clasped hands, just bringing them behind, opening up the chest, bringing gaze skyward. Releasing the hands, just clasping forwards this time and rounding out through the spine. And from here, bringing hands above the head, keeping the clasp, we're gonna find some side bends. So first bending over to the left side, gaze can go skywards. You won't go as far as you do in a traditional side bend, so just go to where is comfortable here. Inhaling yourself up, finding this side bend on the opposite side, bending over to the right, gaze goes upwards. And coming back up to center. You can just shake out the arms here. And turning to the side, we're gonna find our butterfly forward fold. So creating a diamond shape with the legs, remembering that the closer feet are in towards you, the more intensely you're gonna feel this. So just choose an appropriate place for your feet to stay. Inhale, arms up and folding forward on an exhale, emphasizing this fold from the hips, making sure you're not just bending through the spine here. You can drop palms to the mat or alternatively place palms facing upwards for a more restorative forward fold and dropping head down. Just here for a few breaths. And walking hands up, crossing the legs, just meeting in downward dog here. First downward dog of the day. Totally fine if you feel really stiff here. Feel free to take any movements that feel good for you. Maybe paddling out the legs or shaking out the hips. And meeting in stillness, finding three-legged dog, inhaling that right leg up straight, bringing it in between the hands, coming to a low lunge here, framing out that foot with an inhale, lifting arms up. Bringing that left palm down to the mat and planting it, we're gonna lift that back knee, finding an easy twist here. And using the strength of our legs, we're gonna transition to warrior two here. So twisting the upper body and that foot, planting the left foot parallel with the back edge of the mat, coming up, straightening through the upper body, bending into that right knee, and gaze goes over our right fingertips. And cartwheeling hands forward, meeting back in our downward dog. Again, you can choose stillness or maybe a bit of movement feels good. Meeting back in stillness, inhaling that left leg to three-legged dog. Coming to our low lunge on the opposite side. Inhaling arms up. Planting that right hand down, straightening through the left arm and lifting that right knee, finding an easy twist here. And once again, using the strength of the lower body, twisting the upper body to the back, we're finding our warrior two position. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Our gaze is forward over our left middle finger. And cartwheeling hands forward, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths here. And once again, finding our three-legged dog. Coming to lizard, bringing left foot to the outside of the left hands. Just staying up on palms here. And we can walk that left foot to the center, once again framing it out and finding our half splits from here, straightening through that left leg. Walking that heel slightly forward if we need to, flexing through that foot. And we're gonna find a little bit of a flow here, inhaling up and exhaling, folding down towards that left leg. Just taking a few rounds here. Totally fine to keep a micro bend in that left leg as well, if that feels good for you. And once you're up, once again bending in that left leg and coming back to our downward facing dog. Finding this on the opposite side, inhaling a right leg up straight. Bringing it to the outside of the right hand, finding our lizard pose, just staying up on palms here. Walking that foot to the center of the mat. Coming to our half split, straightening through that right leg, flexing into that foot, maybe walking it forward slightly, flowing up and down, inhaling flat back, and exhaling, folding towards that right knee. And last time, folding forward, and we're gonna meet in tabletop. From here, just finding thread the needle, inhaling right arm up, bringing right shoulder blade to the mat and straightening that left arm if it feels okay. Otherwise, you can just keep that left hand pressed beside your face. And releasing out of this pose, bringing palm beside the face if it was above you, straightening through that right arm, and finding thread the needle on the opposite side, inhaling that left arm up straight, threading it underneath, straightening that right arm if that feels okay for you, emphasizing this twist. Releasing out of this pose, straightening through the left arm, coming back to tabletop. From here, just walking ourselves down to our bellies, using Sphinx pose to transition. We're just here for a breath or two, bringing gaze slightly upwards, finding a back bend. And we can drop the forehead to the mat. We're gonna find a quad stretch from here. So bringing right foot into the glute and just grabbing a hold of it with the right hand. Releasing this foot, just finding this on the opposite side, grabbing a hold of the left foot with the left hand, dropping forehead to mat. Releasing that foot back down, moving to bow pose from here. So reaching our arms back and grabbing a hold of the tops of the feet. On a big inhale, lifting legs and the upper body off of the mat. Bit of a balancing act here. Just one more big breath. And release. Moving to child's pose. And taking 3 deep breaths here. And moving out of this pose, we're just gonna close out practice in the center of our mat. Shutting down the eyes for a few breaths, just observing how we're feeling, coming back to that intention we set at the beginning of class. And bringing hands to the forehead, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today on day 5 of this Gentle Morning Yoga Challenge. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.